Most people stumble through life, drowning in confusion, trapped in their own illusions. They chase money without understanding wealth. They seek happiness without knowing what it is, and they make decisions clouded by emotions and distractions. They think they're smart, but their minds are a chaotic mess. But there was a man who saw through it all. A man who had mastered not only the sword, but the mind. Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated samurai who lived by a code so sharp it cut through the nonsense of life like a blade through silk. A man who understood clarity not as a luxury, but as a necessity for survival. Musashi wasn't just a swordsman, he was a philosopher, a strategist, and a ruthless observer of reality. And if you want to think clearly, see through deception, and make razor-sharp decisions, then you must study his lessons. Here are 6 brutal, powerful, and life-changing lessons from Musashi on how to think with absolute clarity. Lesson 1. Accept reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Most people live in denial. They create excuses, avoid discomfort, and lie to themselves to feel better. But Musashi had a different approach. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. This means looking beyond the surface and seeing things as they truly are. It means stripping away emotion, wishful thinking, and delusion. When Musashi fought, he didn't fantasize about an easy victory. He saw things exactly as they were, his opponent's strengths, his own weaknesses, the terrain, the timing, the psychological state of his enemy. Clear thinkers do the same. They don't ignore red flags in relationships. They don't pretend their bad habits don't exist. They don't make decisions based on what they hope will happen. They see reality brutally, honestly, and fully. If you want to think clearly, stop running from reality. Face it, no matter how ugly it is. That's the first step. How to apply this in daily life. When making a decision, strip away your emotions and ask yourself, what are the raw facts? Keep a journal where you write down uncomfortable truths you've been avoiding. Read history. Understanding past mistakes and successes helps you develop a sharper view of reality. Avoid wishful thinking. Train yourself to see problems and obstacles for what they really are, not what you want them to be. Lesson 2. Control your emotions or be controlled by them. Musashi fought over 60 duels, often outnumbered, sometimes against entire schools of swordsmen, and he never lost. Do you think he won because he was stronger, faster, more talented? No, he won because he controlled his mind. In a duel, fear makes you slow, anger makes you reckless, overconfidence makes you sloppy. Clarity comes from detachment. Musashi trained himself to be completely emotionless in battle. Not cold-hearted, just completely present, unaffected by fear or rage. Most people let their emotions run their lives. They get angry and ruin relationships. They get scared and miss opportunities. They get excited and make stupid decisions. A clear thinker doesn't let emotions make decisions. He feels them but doesn't obey them. He steps back, observes, and acts with logic, precision, and mastery. Before you act, pause. Ask yourself, am I thinking clearly or am I reacting emotionally? That question alone will save you from countless mistakes. Here are some practical ways to master your emotions. Practice deep breathing techniques before responding to emotional situations. Keep a cool-down rule. Wait at least 24 hours before making major decisions when emotional. Engage in physical exercise. Training your body teaches discipline, which strengthens mental control. Observe your emotions without acting on them. Write them down, analyze them, and then decide how to respond logically. Lesson 3. Master simplicity, ignore the unnecessary. Musashi lived like a minimalist warrior. He owned almost nothing. He didn't care for fame, luxury, or useless distractions. He believed in focusing only on what truly mattered. Do nothing which is of no use. Most people live in mental clutter. Their minds are filled with gossip, social media, endless opinions, unnecessary drama. Their schedules are packed with distractions. Their goals are unclear because they chase too many things at once. Clarity comes from elimination. Cut out the distractions, the noise, the nonsense. Focus only on what moves you forward. Musashi's philosophy was simple. If it doesn't serve your purpose, it's a waste of time. If you want to think clearly, declutter your mind. Ask yourself daily, is this necessary? If not, let it go. How to apply this today? Declutter your environment. A clean space equals a clear mind. Set 3 priorities per day. If a task doesn't serve your top 3, ignore it. Reduce your digital consumption, unsubscribe, mute, and block distractions. Practice saying no to things that don't align with your goals. Lesson 4, rigidity is death. Musashi never fought the same way twice. He adjusted to every opponent, every situation, every battle. He didn't stick to one technique, he mastered many. You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. The world is constantly changing. Rigid people break under pressure. They refuse to adapt, and so they get left behind. People who think clearly are flexible. They don't cling to old beliefs if they no longer work. They don't force things that aren't effective. They pivot, they adjust, they evolve. Here are some ways to train adaptability. Learn new skills regularly. Question your beliefs. Challenge yourself to argue the opposite side. Change your routines occasionally to keep your mind flexible. Embrace discomfort. The more you expose yourself to uncertainty, the better you handle it. Lesson 5. Discipline is freedom. The mind must be trained like the sword. Musashi didn't just practice sword fighting, he practiced thinking. He spent years alone in the mountains, meditating, reflecting, sharpening his mind like a blade. Most people think mental clarity is something that just happens. It doesn't. It must be trained. To train the mind, do this. Meditate daily to sharpen your awareness. Journal to organize your thoughts. Read challenging books that expand your perspective. Take cold showers or engage in discomfort to build mental toughness. Lesson 6. Never stop learning. A true warrior is always a student. Musashi believed that mastery was a lifelong pursuit. No matter how skilled he became, he never stopped learning. The path is in training. The moment you think you know everything is the moment you stop growing. True clarity comes from constant learning, questioning, and refining your understanding of the world. How to apply this lesson? Read daily. Expand your knowledge. Learn from failures instead of fearing them. Seek out mentors and people who challenge your thinking. Stay curious. The moment you stop learning, you start decaying. The samurai's path to a clear mind. Musashi didn't win because he was lucky. He won because his mind was sharper than his sword. He saw reality as it was, not as he wished it to be. He controlled his emotions instead of letting them control him. He removed the unnecessary, focused on what mattered, and adapted without hesitation. He trained his mind like a weapon, forging it in discipline, clarity, and relentless self-improvement. Most people wander through life in a daze, drowning in distractions, emotions, and illusions. They react instead of thinking. They dream instead of doing. They let their fears and desires cloud their judgment, but not Musashi. He was ruthless in his pursuit of truth, in his commitment to mastery, and that's why he never lost. If you want to think clearly, follow his path. See things as they are, not as you wish them to be. Master your emotions so they serve you, not control you. Simplify your mind, cut out the noise, remove what is useless. Stay adaptable. Rigidity is the death of wisdom, and above all, train your thinking relentlessly. Make your mind as sharp and disciplined as a warrior's blade. Do this, and you'll move through life with clarity, confidence, and control. While others stumble in the dark, you'll walk the path with certainty. While they hesitate, you'll strike with precision. The choice is yours. Remain blind, lost in confusion and illusion, or see the world as Musashi did, with a mind so sharp it cuts through everything in its way. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you soon.